Hello and welcome to Ask an Older Woman. Today I want to take you on my wellness journey. That's right, my wellness journey. You see, last year I really started thinking about my health. As you age, I am a woman of a particular age, and you know that when you're getting your 50s and up, you really start thinking about your wellness, your health. At least you should, because that is a time in your life where you become more susceptible to chronic diseases or chronic illnesses, high blood pressure, sleep apnea, heart defects. Things just like I said, just you become more susceptible to chronic illnesses. And so I'm like, no, one thing I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. I was sick and tired of the yo-yo dieting. And enough was enough. I had to a point in my life that when the doctor said you need to take high blood pressure pills, and when the sleep apnea machine, I needed to do that. I'm like, wait a minute, no, I ain't going out like that, because I am not taking care of myself. I am not being mindful of my health, my wellness. And wellness is not just about your body, but it's about your body, your mind, and your soul, because your mindset, for one, have to change. You have to think, or you should think about not dieting, but changing your lifestyle. Changing your lifestyle. And I think sometimes we get that twisted about just dieting. And instead of doing that, we need to simply change our lifestyle. So last October of 2024, I started my journey, my wellness journey, with a detox. And it wasn't just a regular detox. It was a herbal detox. Dr. Bobby Price is one of my favorite doctors on YouTube. I have two others, but I'll speak about that's for a different video. I do intermittent fasting. It has been a life change for me. But Dr. Bobby Price Herbal Detox has done great things. I initially started the detox, like I said, last October. I saw great results. My results were so great, and I felt so great that I vowed to do it every 90 days. But of course, life got in the way. So I was supposed to start in January of 2025 this year, but I just started it again, my second time, on the 14-day detox, April the 8th. So today is my 12th day. I have 2 more days to finish out the 14-day detox. And let me tell y'all, I have lost over 10 pounds just on the herbal detox. And from what I remember, at one time detox, you couldn't eat anything. I think that's what I remember. I don't know. But on Dr. Bobby Price Detox, he has a 14-day and a 30-day. I'm going to do the 30 days, but I have to be home to do that, because you have to drink this tea every day. Speaking of teas, there are 2. You get a tummy tuck bag of herbal, and then you get the parasite of herbal bag. So you get 2 bags. You also receive this instruction card, this detox instruction card. And the detox instruction card just simply tells you how to prepare the teas. I do have a video right after this of showing how I prepare my tea. Of course, recommended by Dr. Price. One thing though I want to point out, that I did bring my jar, even though I'm sharing the video. I bought a jar. This jar is a 64-ounce jar. You only need two 32-ounce jars. What you see on this jar is called cheesecloth. I put the cheesecloth, and then once I get ready to pour the tea in my cup, I use the cheesecloth and I just put the lid on the jar. And I also use this strainer. And the reason that I use these tools is because I want to make sure that I don't get any bits of herbs in my tea when I'm drinking it. Because it's bad enough drinking the tea. The tea is extremely bitter. I'm going to just let you know and let you have it straight. The tea is very bitter. However, after a few days, you can handle it a little bit better. As you continue to drink it, you handle it a little bit better. This is the tablespoon, and this is the package of cheesecloth. You can get this at Walmart anywhere for like $3 or $4. So those are the tools that I use to prepare my tea. You do use spring water, not tap water. And again, I kind of share that on my video. You don't see me pouring the spring water. You just see me boiling it. But anyways, moving on. The thing about the tea, you drink 4 to 8 ounces. And I didn't do this the first time, so I didn't pay attention. You drink 4 to 8 ounces every 15 minutes, which means essentially in 2 hours, you should be finished that drinking the tea, both the tummy tox and the parasite. You do not mix the teas together. You drink one at a time. So once you finish the tummy tox, 32 ounces, then you start on the parasite, 32 ounces, or vice versa. It does not matter which one you drink first. But I'm going to tell y'all, this tea is awesome. This tea has changed my life. That's why I'm doing it a second time. I wasn't feeling bloated anymore. My digestive system felt better. That mental fogness that you have sometimes, the clarity, you are so clear. You can think. It's like I say, mind, body, and soul. You can think. I got so many compliments on my skin, how radiant my skin look. Even my mom said that, so you know when your mama tell you something, that it is what it is, right? So yes, so many compliments, and I just felt good. I felt lighter. I felt good. I felt healthier, right? 14 days. 14 days, you can do it. I encourage you to try Dr. Bobby Price tea, herbal tea, 14 days. Now, the reason like I said, I use the cheesecloth and the strainer. I don't want to have any of those little bits of herb in my tea when I'm drinking it. Like I said, it's bad enough to drink the tea. I have a straw and I sip it. You sip it. You know, you don't gulp it. You sip it every 4 to 8 ounces every 15 minutes, right? So I use that because one time I didn't. I just used the strainer, and I guess, and all I could taste, especially when I got to the bottom, is I'm spitting out and picking out my mouth the herbs. So that's why I use the cheesecloth. That cheesecloth, if anything get through there, it's got to be. It's the cheesecloth. You can't even. It's no hose. It's no hose at all. So that's really all you need is the cheesecloth. But I use both. Now with this detox, you do eat. I eat salads most of the time. I make some miso soup. Like I say, I have a video that follows that, but my video is only showing me preparing the tea. My salads though, you would have thought I had purchased them from a store, because my presentation of my salad for me to eat, if I got to eat a salad every day, y'all, come on, it's got to, the presentation of it itself got to look like, make me want it. make me like, ooh, yeah, ooh, that look good. It's gotta look like that, or I'm not gonna eat. I'm not gonna want to eat it every day. In my salads, I use romaine lettuce. I use the mixture of cabbage and broccoli, and I use spinach. I also use all types of bell pepper, green, red, orange, yellow, all of those different colors and flavors. It's delicious. Cucumbers, red onions. I'm telling y'all, I make this salad, y'all, like it was coming from some kind of health food store or something. And anyways, and one thing I do, if I'm not using a few almonds or a few walnuts, cranberries, raisins, sometimes just strawberries and berries. If I'm not using those type of things, and I'm saying strawberries and berries, I'm using this Morning Star. Morning Star, because you're on a plant-based regimen when you're doing this tea. You're eating plant-based. You're eating clean. No animal fat whatsoever. No milk, no eggs, no dairy products, right? So you're eating clean. So what I do sometimes, if I want to get a different flavor or something, like make it more interesting, making me want to look forward to eating dinner. And most of the time, I'm just eating that one meal a day, because I'm having a big salad, that's just me. I usually eat one meal a day. Every now and then it may be two, but most of the time it's one meal a day. I'm eating This is Morning Star Farms. So this is crumbles. Sometimes I will put a few of the crumbles in my salad. I do everything air fry. So I use the air fryer for the things, my plant-based meat. It's not meat, it's plant-based. I have Morningstar Farms buffalo chicken nuggets. So I'll either make like 4 or 5 of those, break them up into my salad. Just think about, imagine how it tastes, right? It's delicious, y'all, I'm telling you. Then I have the Morningstar just regular chicken nuggets. It's not buffalo, just regular chicken nuggets. And last but not least, I have this Beyond Steak plant-based seared tips. And I'm going to tell y'all, this stuff is delicious. It's a game changer. And everything is air fried. I do not fry. If I put something on the stove to cook, it's with a little bit of olive oil, because olive oil, as you know, is a great substitute for any other oil, is the olive oil. So I use like extra virgin or something like that. Or the spray. I use the spray as well. The thing about the salads, though, is its crispiness. You hear that crunch, and sometimes I want a crunch. So you hear that it's just fresh. It's just fresh. Because sometimes I might fix me some kale on the stove, and I use olive oil for that. I also, eat avocados. Avocados is a great healthy fat. So those are the things that I eat when I'm on this Dr. Price herbal detox. But I'm telling y'all, when I first initially started the detox in October, even though Dr. Price mentioned it, I just wasn't thinking about it. One day I started like drainage, and I'm like, why all of a sudden I'm draining? Like, it just came one day, and it was, I'm like, why? And then I had a pimple on my face and all of this, and I'm like, what is going on? Duh, you detoxing. It's a herbal detox. That is doing its job. That's what it's supposed to do. It's cleansing all of those toxins out of your body. That is the goal. And that's why the mucus and all of that. One thing I do want to point out that maybe people have, have a question about is the bathroom regimen. Let me tell you, for me, I go to bathroom really the same way, maybe an extra bathroom trip or two. But my bowel movements is like, it's not like diarrhea running off. It's nothing like that. I even go out. I go out. So, sometimes you're thinking you taking this detox, you can't go nowhere. That's not true. I went to get my pedicure and all of that stuff, and I was fine. I was out the house for over an hour and had no incidents. So it's not that type of detox where you have to be afraid to go somewhere. At least it was not for me. And I'm telling you, I will encourage you, get your wellness checkups, y'all. Do this herbal detox. I'm telling you, do this. Of course, check with your doctors if you are on, like any medication or under any supervision. I don't want to tell you nothing that's wrong, so make sure you do that. I'm going to have Dr. Bobby Price link to his website on here as well. Stay tuned. I do have a video right after this, but I just wanted to share this wellness journey with you. It is awesome. In the 12 days that I've been on it, I lost over 10 pounds. I did check my inches at the beginning, but I don't have the results today. But again, I encourage you, if you are trying to change your life and live your best life, you gotta be healthy, y'all. You gotta be healthy. If you want to get off of them blood pressure pills, get off of that sleep apnea machine, all of those other things, even if you're a diabetic, do you know that can be turned around? Yeah. I'm going to share some other tips with you guys. But like I said, today it was about Dr. Bobby Price. I have 2 more doctors that I follow online. And it's all about intermittent fasting. That has been excellent for me. That's something that has really worked for me and helped for many people. And I will share that with you soon. But until the next time, ask an older woman. Cheers.